Welcome to the part 2 of how to insert big amounts of data. Let's see how it performs. Let's go into it. I have this tester and it generates test data files. This one will have 10,000 records. What I wanted to do is to extend this test so that it actually writes to database. How would I do it? I guess I need code to write to database. Let's write to database. I have already manager and I can use it. Context manager options. Don't want to just copy paste it, but I would need a context creation. Let's have a separate method for it. Later on, it can be moved to dependency injection. Yeah? On the method. Context. Yeah, why not? Too messy. So context, I'll add just a context helper for now. Builder. Like one method. Type employee context. Get context. Here, this logic will leave context and we just return it. Good. Quickly, let's reuse it. Builder context. This is what I need. And all of this. We will get a context, create a manager. Reads, we want to read from disk, and we will read the file names that we have created actually. Extract it into a separate variable. Let's do it. Name. Read from disk file name. And then I would like to write it to database. Wait. But here I would like to do one more thing. I would like to measure performance. This duration will give me the total duration of how long the whole test has been running, but it also would take into account how much time was spent on generation of this data. I would like to be as precise as I can. I would like to measure only time that it was spent on inserting into the database. How do I do it? I can do a stopwatch, start new, and here I have stopwatch, and I will write it to output. Already know how to write things to output. It was done in this one. I need to ingest test output help. Generate constructor. This one. Great. Here I can write line. How much time was spent Time to start or filing. This property stopwatch elapsed. This will allow me to measure performance of my method. Good. File. Generate and accept. And let's start from smaller file, only 1000 records. Database. Right now, what I have in database, I have just my 100 records that they were before. So that should be fine. Okay, let's run it and see what happens. All right. Instance of the employee model cannot be tracked because value of tax ID is already being tracked. Touching. Oh, I see. Here the problem lies in the way we have modeled. Employee model has a key tax ID, which means key should be unique. It is unique on the database level. However, now we see this, how the data is coming, that this tax ID is not unique for the record right now, because we can have data for same employee, same tax ID, last name, but for different years. We need to change this and change it by introducing a new column. So it should be employee data ID. Type 1. And it should be a key. Each of the records representing a data point for employee for a specific year. Okay, so we will need to create a migration process. Fixed. Now let's add a migration. We'll call it adding employee data ID. Just employee data ID. And project. Oh, this exception. Yeah, so it says enable to the self-service, blah blah blah. Basically, this one, because that's the only constructor that we have. This has changed recently. Now we just add constructor without parameter, and this one will be used during design time. It should work for migration creation. Or no, BulkInsert. We can add employee context factory for design time. Add it like this. Plus employee context design time. And IDesignTimeDbContextFactory should provide us with employee context. Okay, and implementation of the interface, creation of the This one now can be done basically like this. Context builder. Okay. Let's check it. Build. I think we don't need this one anymore. Comment it out because it will use this constructor. Let's try again. Nice, done. Works. We added a new migration. Yeah, all is expected. Remove this one and execute a migration. Okay, migration is applied. So let's see what happened to our database. As you can see, a new column was added, an identity column, employee data ID, and it just rolls from 1 to 100. Now we can go back to test and run it again. Let's see what happens. This time it works. It says duration 1.5 sec, but yeah, our pure duration of the method execution of saving took 1.3 seconds. Let's double check quickly. Yeah, we can see that we now have much more data. We can check count of the data by using count command also. Was always expected. Great. So this is the first baseline. And we can put some comments in here. Thousand records to 1.3 sec. Now let's increase it to 10,000. Let's increase it maybe 5,000 records. Took slightly longer, and as we can see, it basically all of the time, most of the time is spent in the save to the database method. Okay, let's do 10,000. You can see that it is increasing, not linear, but quite a lot of time for only 2,000 records, 10,000 records, to be honest. Let's do something bigger, like 50,000. And obviously we could do all of that in the code, but now I would like to check it manually. Yeah, this one takes time. 17.5 seconds. Okay, I think this is a good baseline. So now what I would like to do is to try a different way of saving. To remind you, this is just AddRangeAsync, default way of database entity framework to save entities. What I would like to try now is called BulkInsert. Let's go to NuGet packages, manage NuGet packages, and BulkInsert. EF core bulk extensions. This is the good one. Let's start. Okay, it's installed. And now what we want to do, go back to test and have a different method. Let's call it save to database save bulk. to database. Now, what we can just do is context bulk. For now, it has many overrides. Let's see, it can be bulk update, bulk inserter update. Now let's just do this one, and I believe we don't need to just add it just. Okay. Bulk insertion and a bulk. So this was the result for regular here version, and this will be results for bulk insertion. Let's have the same comparison and see for 1000 the same numbers basically. Let's do it. 1000. 0.6. Already I like it. Now let's do 5. Same. Basically it showed us very good result. 10,000. See, it grows so much slower. Really well performing. Okay, 1.6 seconds. Basically 10 times faster. We can do one more for 100,000 records, just one. And that, let's see if it performs well. .7. Yeah. Basically now it starts to scale more linearly, but 100,000 records in 2.7 seconds. Really fast. So that's basically it. That's why I like to measure performance. So here we saw how to measure performance, how to actually see how much time it takes. And it's important because waiting 17 seconds versus waiting 1.7 seconds really makes a difference for applications. I hope this was helpful, and thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.